In this presentation, we aim to answer the question, what are Pipa and sopa, and do they constitute a good or bad thing for personal freedom? Firstly, what does Pipa and sopa actually stand for? Pipa is the Protect IP Act, and sopa is the Stop Online Piracy Act. Both aim to tighten copyright online and give US law enforcers more power online. Along with a lot of the public, big-name websites have protested against the bills. It is argued that we will have little freedom to express ourselves online, and the amazing access we now have to unlimited information and knowledge will be reduced and diminished. As many of you may already know, Wikipedia blacked out for a day on January 18, 2012, in protest of sopa and Pipa. Sue Gardner, Executive Director of the Wikimedia Foundation, said the Wikimedia Foundation welcomes these developments. This is another step towards the destruction of these two pieces of proposed legislation, but let's be clear, these bills are not dead. She also went on to say, the blackout was led by millions of ordinary internet users, and the people who make the projects like Wikipedia possible, writers, photographers, editors and illustrators, they sent a clear message to Congress. Don't mess with free expression, don't destroy the free and open internet, and don't do the bidding of traditional corporate interests. This is a moment in history when the people who create and share works on the internet as a part of the free knowledge movement, and the people who depend on access to those works are asking to be heard and to have their freedom of speech protected. Another website, reddit.com, which refers to itself as a source of what is new and popular online, also blacked out for 12 hours in protest, and also included a link to sing a petition on their blackout page so users could join in the protest. Many others joined in, such as Mozilla and Tumblr, and although Twitter didn't, there were trending hashtags of Stop Sopa and other similar protests circulating the network. On January 18th, there were public protests in New York City. Around 20,000 people protested outside the offices of Senators Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand, who have co-sponsored the bill. Kent McCarthy of the website dysfunctionjunction.com says that if these bills pass, then websites such as Facebook and Twitter will have to patrol user content. One of the most appealing things about Facebook to both its users and creators is that the consumer creates the content themselves and can use the space to freely express themselves in almost any way they like. To censor Facebook could be censoring the user's personal spaces. He also makes the argument that this will start a slippery slope of control. Basically, he says if they can control our internet, what can't they control? He is proposing that the bills would be the first of many to limit our freedom. The amazing thing about the internet is anything is accessible to anyone as long as they have an internet connection, of course. So, if it can be done that we cannot access all the information at our fingertips, why can't they stop us from doing other things? The bills almost seem to be belittling one of the most amazing technologies we have. Almost anything can be found online and we can use it to communicate in millions of different ways. Why would anyone want to limit that? However, Kent McCarthy also, unlike most others, has some good things to say about the bills. He argues that the government will be able to pursue more copyright violations that happen on the web. Copywriting is obviously bad for all media industries, but the government are doing what they can to stop this already. Why need even more control? Can't they do their job now? He also argues that in theory it should boost revenue for entertainment industries as there should be less content theft. However, there are regulations and laws against copyright. According to The Mystery Behind the Sea by Christopher Skavaka, everything on the internet from April 1st, 1989 is copyrighted and therefore protected against theft and plagiarism. The government will have to take extreme measures to enforce that all of this is stopped when, for some people, it's just so easy. Even with sopa and Pipa, it is likely that people will find a way around this anyway. With anything that censors what we say, do, or access online, it is safe to say that these bills will constitute a bad thing for personal freedom.